Hi, everyone. I'm retired meteorologist Pat Prokop, and today is Monday, April 7th, and there's a threat for some severe weather in our area of eastern Georgia and eastern South Carolina for late morning through the afternoon hours to about 6 o'clock. Let's go right into the maps. First of all, the satellite imagery is showing mostly sunny weather conditions across our region right now, but just to the west of about US 1 or so, we're seeing a band of clouds, showers, and thunderstorms. Looking at the lightning detection system with that, we are seeing some lightning mostly in the southern portion of this band of thunderstorms, but that's going to be moving off to the east-northeast throughout the morning and early afternoon hours. Looking at an enhanced view of the infrared channel right here, it shows the intense thunderstorms developing, and most of the energy is down in this region here, and that's going to be moving off to the east-northeast, particularly across the central and the southern portions of southeastern Georgia for late this morning and during the afternoon hours. All right, let's take a look at the information from the National Severe Storms Forecast Center, formerly known as, and it's currently now the Storm Prediction Center. Anyway, it has a tornado watch in effect for our area until 6 o'clock this afternoon. There's the information about the tornado watch and possibility of strong damaging winds and a few tornadoes, spin-ups are possible with this line of showers and thunderstorms that are going to be moving into the area during the late morning and more so in the afternoon hours, particularly in the coastal areas and the near coastal areas of southeastern Georgia and southern South Carolina, most likely after 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But we could see the strongest activity across south central and the southern portions of southeastern Georgia into the northern portions of Florida during the mid-afternoon hours. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Just to the west, are still under a flash flood watch in portions of central Georgia into southeastern Alabama. All right, let's take a look at the radar summary from our region, and there we're seeing that band of showers and thunderstorms continuing to drift off to the east northeast. And let's zoom in on that. We're seeing again most of the lightning is to the south portion of this line, but again that'll be developing northward throughout the afternoon hours as this line moves into that very warm humid air mass that has developed across eastern Georgia and South Carolina right now. As the temperatures warm into the low to middle 80s before the line moves in, that'll produce extra instability to the atmosphere, hence giving the thunderstorms the possibility of developing throughout the remainder of the afternoon hours. All right, let's take a look at the threat for severe weather. Yeah, there is a threat for severe weather across eastern Georgia, northeastern portions, and north central portions of Florida, all the way up into the mid-Atlantic coastal states, into the eastern portions of North Carolina. All right, looking at the forecast map, what's called the convection allowing models, or the high resolution models for basically these are designed for thunderstorms, and that's what we're having today. Keeping an eye on this. There's the line of showers and thunderstorms right now picked up by the North American model, and this is the morning run. And putting this into motion, this is now as of noon today. Expect that system to continue to drift off to the east. It looks like it's going to be intensifying across the central Savannah River area during the afternoon hours into north central portions of Florida. Again, in the eastern counties of Georgia and South Carolina, temperatures will be warming into the low to middle 80s, and we're going to have blustery southwesterly winds. Some of those winds are going to be gusting over 30 miles an hour at times, so be on the alert for that. That's not from the thunderstorms. That's just the winds ahead of this front that's moving into our area. All right, putting it into motion, we go into the late afternoon, into the early evening hours, and here we are at basically sunset, 8 o'clock in the evening, and that line is still holding back. I think this model might be a little bit on the slow side, so I expect to see it more so in the late afternoon and early evening hours, pushing into the coastal counties and then off the coast during the overnight hours. All right, let's take a look at how much rain expected out of this system. Looks like about a ½ inch to an inch of rain in our area, a little bit more off to the west, particularly off to the west of US 1. There you can see some rain totals there, over 4 inches potential. This is a forecast model. Probably won't be quite that much, but in our area here, expect to see about 3/4 of an inch of rain perhaps with the passage of this system, maybe some heavier amounts over here in around Hampton County and Bluffton into Jasper counties and Beaufort counties could see nearly an inch of rain associated with this system. And the other thing that I mentioned, of course, are the winds. And let's take a look at the forecast winds. And they're going to be gusting 25 to 30 miles an hour across a large portion of the region throughout the afternoon and early evening hours, and then diminishing overnight. Well, we're going to see some winds gusting over in the southern counties, perhaps into the mid 30s, about 35, 36 mile per hour wind gusts, and stronger gusts as well. And some of these will also be associated with as the storm moves in, we could see some stronger gust of winds. As a matter of fact, some of these thunderstorms have the potential to generate winds in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour. We call it straight line winds, and the small potential for some developing tornadoes associated with this system. The tornado watch is in effect until 6 o'clock this afternoon into the early evening hours. So keep an eye on that. And there's the line of showers and thunderstorms right now. You can always go to my website, savannahpat.name, to follow the radar summaries and looking at the conditions across our area and the information coming in for you. And so keep an eye on the weather, particularly during the mid to late afternoon hours, but for the potential for severe weather in our area. With that being said, thanks for watching, and stay safe, and I'll see you later.